Now, the morning newscast you count on. Updated news, developing stories, and weather and traffic on the 4s. This is KARK4 Today in high definition.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to KARK4 Today here on the Z. I'm Matt Mosler.
And I'm Mallory Harden. We're so glad you're waking up with us this beautiful Monday morning.
Coming up this half hour, off to Congress. Later today, the president will send his jobs bill to Capitol Hill. But can the measure pass? We got your details straight ahead.
And it's officially been 10 years since the September 11th attacks. And yesterday there were many scares, though, throughout the country. How the cases were handled and how people across the globe paid respects to the fallen, that's coming up.
And nicotine negativity. A new study out this morning shedding light on how Americans that do not smoke feel about Americans who do. What experts say it shows about tolerance in our society. Coming up in this half hour.
A lot to get to this Monday morning, but first here is Wendy with a dark top stories. Hey, Wendy.
Hey, top stories might be on your finger. We'll get to that in a minute. But first, good morning, everybody. President Obama will send his new jobs bill to Congress later today. Taking a quick look at your headlines. The $447 billion plan unveiled last week relies on lower payroll taxes for individuals and businesses, along with new spending to hire teachers and to rebuild schools. He is urging Congress to quickly pass the bill to speed up the economic recovery. Later this week, the president will travel to several battleground states to build public support for the bill. Deputies are looking for a man wanted for a number of criminal charges. In our Central Arkansas Crime Stoppers report, this week's most wanted is Roy Thomas Dobbins of North Little Rock. Dobbins is 20 years old, 6'1", and weighs about 175 pounds. His last known address is 822 North F Street in North Little Rock. Dobbins is wanted in Pulaski County for failure to appear on a number of charges, including battery, terroristic threatening, and possession of a controlled substance. He's also wanted by North Little Rock Police for contempt of court. If you see Roy Thomas Dobbins, you're asked to call the Crime Stoppers tip line at 501-340-8477. You could be eligible for a reward of up to $1,000. A Springdale meat processing plant finds itself in the news again as more than 185,000 pounds of ground turkey is recalled. The U.S. Department of Agriculture issued a recall due to a possible salmonella contamination of Cargill meats processed at the Springdale plant. The recall includes fresh ground turkey chubs, fresh ground turkey trays, and fresh ground turkey patties. For a complete look at the recall, you can visit our website, arkansasmatters.com. And before you start your morning commute, we have 2 lane closures that you need to know about. The southbound outside lane on Interstate 430 bridge over the Arkansas River between Little Rock and North Little Rock will be closed today. Crews will be repairing a navigational light from 9 to 11 this morning. And on Interstate 40 in the Crystal Hill area of North Little Rock, a lane will be closed for pavement repairs. Through Thursday, westbound lanes will be shut down between 8 p.m. and 5 a.m. each night. Well, 7:04 is your time now. Time for weather on the 4s. Good morning to you, Greg D.
Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, everyone, on this Monday morning. Starting off very comfortable around the state. Probably the AC not doing much work overnight as temperatures fell into the 50s and 60s in many places. 74 by 8 o'clock. Notice the sunshine takes us right through noon, and I think even by 4 p.m. A lot of sunshine, maybe just a few scattered clouds. It will be in the low 90s, so the heat is back on this afternoon, though the humidity will stay low all day right into later tonight. 59 Batesville, the current reading. Walnut Ridge is in the low 60s. Out to the west, Marshall and Jasper, as well as Clinton in the mid and upper 50s. It's in the 50s out to the west in Danville and Mount Ida. Look at that, falling back to 54 this morning. A bit milder in the larger cities like Little Rock, where it's in the 60s, but you get away from those larger cities and we're back in the 50s in Hazen, down toward Pine Bluff and Sheridan, and lots of 50s down across South Arkansas this morning from Hope over toward Camden. Good morning, Ouachita County. You're in the 50s as well, with clear skies overhead, not only there, but much of the state in the mid-south. The next storm system now emerging out of southern Canada. It's pulling into North Dakota and Minnesota. As it does, it'll just spread a few showers and clouds. Doesn't look like much there on forecast track, but behind it, some much cooler temperatures. They're not going to get here until later on in the week. We've got heat to worry about first today and tomorrow. High of 91 in Little Rock. That's well above average. We should be in the mid and upper 80s this time of year. 60s overnight with mainly clear skies and a light southerly wind. Here's your extended forecast. We'll keep it hot and dry again on Tuesday. Clouds increase and thunderstorms develop Tuesday night into Wednesday. And that front sticks around and just sort of washes out across the region. So as it does, we'll keep rain chances in here maybe through the upcoming weekend. That's your weather on the 4s. Now here's your Kissin' Total Traffic.
State Police on scene, 6:30 eastbound between Barrow and Rodney Parham. A one-car accident there causing some minor problems. Looking at some volume building up, 67 inbound as well as I-40 as you make your way out towards Lone Oak from 440. Got a little bit of a build-up there as well as 530 inbound. That'll start slowing down right around Dixon Road. I'm Neil Kelly from the Kissin' 96 Total Traffic Center.
All right, Neil, thanks so much. You're looking at video of Congress 10 years ago on 9/11 singing God Bless America. This is following the terror attacks. Later today, on those same steps of the U.S. Capitol, current members of Congress will take part in a congressional remembrance ceremony. It will be a bipartisan observance with both houses to remember 9/11.
4 major security scares on the 10th anniversary of September 11th, including twice yesterday. Military jets were scrambled to escort a passenger jet to an airport after suspicious activity reported on board. Frontier Airlines crew reported that 2 passengers on the flight from Denver to Detroit were spending a long time inside a lavatory during the flight. 3 people were taken into custody. The plane was swept by security. Nothing dangerous was found.
And earlier in the day, a flight from Los Angeles to New York was also escorted by military jets. An official who requested anonymity says 3 passengers on American Airlines Flight 34 locked themselves in bathrooms and were still inside when the plane landed. Authorities say it is unlikely the incident was related to terrorism. And a security scare prompts a terminal shutdown at Kansas City International Airport. Security agents spotted a suspicious item in a carry-on bag as it went through an X-ray machine. Well, the passenger refused to allow agents to look inside the bag, so he was detained. The bomb squad then used a water cannon on the bag. The suspicious item tested negative for explosives, but the FBI won't say exactly what the man was carrying.
Evacuees from wildfire-ravaged Bastrop, Texas should be able to return home today. A sky-high view shows the extent of the damage from a deadly wildfire. Flames have destroyed more than 1,500 homes in and around Bastrop, and that number is expected to rise. After an aerial tour of the damage, Texas Congressman Michael McCaul was concerned about recovery.
A disaster. Mile after mile of burnt acreage, homes completely burnt to the ground. It's going to take a long time to recover.
Investigators are also looking for 22 people who are unaccounted for but say they may just be on vacation. The fire is already blamed for 2 deaths.
And a lightning storm has sparked more than 40 wildfires burning throughout Central California. Many of the fires are burning in remote parts of the area, making it very tough for firefighters to get at them. Now, officials are telling residents to be prepared to leave at a moment's notice since some of the fires are now threatening homes. Officials are not sure just how long it will take them to bring all of the blazes under control. All right, still ahead, do people who light up get the cold shoulder from society?
That was the focus of a new study that's out this morning. What it shows about America's attitude towards smoking, that's after this.